समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. So verse 3 we start with मम योनिर्महद् ब्रह्मा तस्मिन् गर्भं दधाम्यहं सम्भवः सर्वभूतानां ततो भवति भारत. My womb is the great Brahma. In that I place the germ. Thence, O Bharata, is the birth of all beings. Now you see in the next 2-3 verses, it is said figuratively. The process of creation, how creation takes place in Prakriti, is given in a figurative way, and therefore the picture of creation. And he says that my womb is the great Brahma. Now, okay, in that I place the germ. It is his own womb and in which he places the germ. Okay. Now then, thence, O Bharata, is the birth of all beings. Now this is very interesting. You have to think and you have to say the womb has to be different than the person who places the germ in the womb, isn't it? For it to germinate. Now here what it is, he's saying a very in-depth thing. Try to understand it. That the womb is also, he uses the word my, mama yoni, hai na? Mama yoni, and then also that I am the one who places the womb, places the germ. Thence, O Bharata, is the birth of all beings, and from that is the birth of all beings. That means it is just him and him alone. That is all. The only way this can be explained, understand it, is with the simile of the dream again. How is the dream born? The dreamer places a thought germ in the mind of the dream, in his own mind, and the mind produces the dream. Now tell me, the dreamer, the dream, and the mind are three different things or the same thing? Isn't it? Think about it. All the variety in the dream belongs to the dreamer and belongs to the mind of the dreamer. Thoughts cannot create a dream unless they are placed in the mind. Unless दूर दराज से कोई चीज माइंड में है, mind does not consist only of the conscious mind. Many times you say, oh, I dreamt something I've never thought of, isn't it? You say that, but that's not true. Nothing can come into the mind which is not there in the unconscious level of the mind or the subconscious of the mind or the conscious level of the mind. All these three levels are talked of in modern psychology, isn't it? When you say unconscious mind, that is the pure vasana sanga. You are not even conscious of that. You are not conscious of the vasana sanga. Only when conducive situations come around, then you realize, oh, how you get attracted to something. Somebody else doesn't get attracted to that thing, you get attracted to it. Somebody likes a rasgulla, somebody hates a rasgulla. How come? The thing is the same, the product is the same. His vasanas are attracted to it, yours are not. So, similarly, there are many, many things that are in the unconscious mind. Now, when the moment you say unconscious, it means you do not even know. You are unconscious. Now those things are thrown up in a dream. Then you say, I have never thought of such thing like that. But it has to be, there has to be a germ of that thought in your subconscious or in your unconscious mind. So the same, the dreamer through a thought creates mind, and the mind creates the dream. Similarly, when he says, no, all three belong to the dreamer, isn't it? All three are the dreamer, and everything that is in the dream belongs to the dreamer or not. So, all variety that is created is nothing else but the dreamer. That is the reason we also say Aham Brahmasmi. हम कहते हैं नहीं, this is the Mahamantra. Aham Brahmasmi. So, we are the dream of the Brahma. The Para Brahma, we exist because of him. Nothing exists apart from him. Just like everything in a dream cannot exist without the dreamer and his mind. Same thing is said over here. So please understand that my womb is the great Brahma. In that I place the germ. Thence, O Bharata, is the birth of all beings. So Purusha enlivens Prakriti. We have done that many, many times. And the Parabrahma Paramatma enlivens the total mind. The total mind of the universe is enlivened by him. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can be apart from that. Everything is within that. Just like in a dream, there is nothing in the dream which is not part of the dreamer's mind. Whether it is a mountain, or it is a goat, or it is a dog, or it is a house, or a carpet, or a table, everything belongs to the dreamer's mind alone. So all the variety has got nothing. So here देखो ऐसा है कि vasanas grossify as the body. Whatever desires you have, to be enabled to exhaust those desires, that is the kind of body, mind, and intellect that you get. The causal body, the subtle body, and the gross body all are nothing else but a product of your vasanas. The kind of desires one person has are not the same as the second person or his neighbor. Even in one family, everyone's desires are different or not. The mother has a bad time because everybody wants to eat a different kind of food. One says, I want to eat this, the other says, I don't want to eat this, even in one single family, isn't it? So, what is it? Why? All your likes and dislikes are because of your vasanas, and that has caused your body. Vasanas are the karana for the body. That is why they are called initially causal body. Causal body, subtle body, gross body. They all are nothing else but vasanas. And mind grossified, all these things make up the mind, huh? And mind grossified is the body. So then, now then, ye dekhiye aap, the total causal body, when the total causal body, think about it, huh? Every being's causal body, why he is born the way he is born, whether it is an insect, animal, plant, or human being, or any kind of human being, why he is born, there is a cause. That is why it is called causal body. Cause creates a certain kind of a body so that you can live what you want to live. And so the causal body is the one that is the womb, and the Lord enlivens that womb, so that it can express. That womb can express. And how does it express? Through mind and intellect, which forms the Jiva. The Jiva Bhava comes with the mind and intellect only. If you don't have a mind, think about it. Do you know who you are? जीव भाव ही नहीं है. You put somebody under anesthesia, or he faints, let us say, or he goes into coma, or he's in deep sleep where there is no mind. Ask him who he is. Ask him his name. कोई जीव भाव नहीं है. He has got no inkling of who he is. Right? So here it is. Dream can only be fattened by the mind, and the total dream is called Mahata, and that Mahata, the is Maya. Mahat and Maya is the same thing. Okay, now this Prakriti is the potential womb in which the seed is planted. That means the causal body comes into Prakriti, is formed of Prakriti, and the enlivening force is the Parabrahma Paramatma. He is the enlivening force that generates power in there. There can be no, anybody who is dead, a dead Einstein cannot produce a single idea. Not a single idea. And therefore, it says that can a dream quarrel with the dreamer? Think about it. We all are part of a dream, and can we quarrel with the dreamer that why are you dreaming like this? You can't. You just can't. So it is like this. अच्छा अभी इसमें देखिए, the three gunas determine the direction of your thoughts. The combination of the three gunas, whatever there is in you, we have done this before, that whatever is the quantity of sattva, rajas, and tamas in your makeup, that will determine your life. That will determine your mental behavior and your physical behavior. Okay, so see, the only thing we have to remember is the field and the knower of the field. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, and the one who, and the enlivener of these two. बस इतना सा याद रखो आप, उसमें और ज्यादा की बात ही नहीं है. It is just Prakriti and Purush and how it is enlivened. Come to the next one. सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेय मूर्तय सम्भवन्ति याः तासां ब्रह्म महद्योनिः aham bija pradapita. He says, I am the father of the universe. Very clearly he says, see, I am aham bija pradapita. That means I am the one who is the one cause, the one father of the whole universe. Now, Gurudev used to say, if you have such a divine father, just think about it, and you misbehave, and he used to say, at least don't insult your parentage by misbehavior, behave divine. And Gurudev used to say this to us. Okay. Now, see, we say that if he is the father, the children take on the DNA of the father. So then you say, how come there is evil in the world? Any intelligent student is going to ask this. How come there are murderers? How come there are cheats? How come there are undivine people in the world? Aren't there? They are. So with such a father, such a son, with such a father, such a progeny, that doesn't sound correct. Now, the teacher says that sarva yoneshu konteya murtaya sambhavanti yaha. That means that all kinds of people, according to their vasanas, require a world where evil and good should both be there. Because you have good vasanas and you have evil vasanas also. So, unless you get a field to exhaust your evil, how will you exhaust it? You doesn't mean you or me. I'm just talking generally. A murderer has to get the field to exhaust his vasana of killing. His vasana is of killing. And unless and until he gets something with which he can do it, how does he exhaust it? So the field is given to everybody. So there are lepers, there are people with heart attacks, there are people with cancers, there are people with all kinds of diseases also. There are healthy people also who just die without a single thing happening to their body. ऐसे भी होते हैं. So it all depends what happens to your sharira is the prarabdha. You know, it is the result of your past karmas. What will happen to this particular body in this particular life? That is all prarabdha. And you can do nothing about it. Just nothing about it. Because see, once it prarabdha karma, जो कि फलित होने वाला है प्रारब्ध, it is like a short arrow. Once the arrow is shot in a certain direction, you cannot change the direction in the middle. है ना? वो तो जिधर आपने शूट करा है वो वहीं जाएगा, and it will find its mark till it falls. So till your body falls, it has already taken a direction, and it will have to live through that direction. That is why you see that even Sant Mahatmas have diseases, and we all know. Swami Chinmayananda had heart disease, diabetes. Ramakrishna had cancer. Raman Maharishi also had some disease. So that is the body's prarabdha from the past, which the body has to live through. हाँ हाँ, तो ये ध्यान रखना कि don't think that if the Lord is the Father, there won't be anything. आपका अपना कर्म जो है संचित कर्म है. The Lord is only giving you a field and creating you to exhaust what you have earned. But it doesn't mean that since all this evil is there in the world, you should not be compassionate. No, you have to be compassionate to people. Don't just say, don't become unfeeling and say, oh, तो उसके कर्मों का फल है, ठीक है, it's okay. You know, people will tell you, according to your philosophy, this person is suffering because of his own karma. I agree he's suffering because of his own karma, but what about your karma? Aren't you going to help? Aren't you going to be sweet and nice? Aren't you going to? For this, this is out of context a little, but I have to say, India is the only country I have seen where people are ever ready to help anybody in trouble. That's really, it is true. If somebody's car breaks down on the road, there are 10 people who will come and ask कि जी हम कुछ कर दें, हम धक्का लगा दें, आप bonnet खोलिए, हम देखते हैं. You know, they are interested in doing things for you, and they stand there. They will park their car, come to you, help you out, and all that. This happens only here. I have really not seen it anywhere else in the world. This is only one example I'm giving you, but I'm telling you so many things where people come and help. People who don't even know you, they will come. So that kind of warmth. Now, so compassion is your karma. Being compassionate and helpful to the society around you is your karma. Huh? So it is very, very interesting that no matter what is happening in the world, you carry on with your noble karma because you are making. Don't become unfeeling and say कि it is their karma, so they are suffering. Sure, they are suffering because of their karma. पर आप भी तो है ना, आप क्या कर रहे हैं? So do that. Okay, now then he says, देखो, he says I am the father and I am also the womb. My prakriti, he says, my maya is the womb, and in which I place the seed for all this mahat, all this world to come out. Now, you can't blame Maya or you can't blame Ishvara for your karma. Gurudev used to give an example of a boy who bunked school, picked up his cycle, and pedaled the cycle somewhere. जब वो पकड़ा गया कि वो स्कूल नहीं आया and he was caught, he said that I didn't come here, my cycle brought me here. How can the cycle bring you? You are the one who has pedaled the cycle in a certain direction, isn't it? And gone there, isn't it? So it is your pedaling, it is your desire to go to a certain place. It is your desire to skip school. It is his desire to bunk classes, and he cannot blame the cycle for it. So Gurudev used to say, stop complaining about your life. Whatever situations have come in your life, they are because of your prarabdha. You will get those situations unasked, good or bad. Also, many bad situations become good, and good people turn bad again. वो भी होता है. All according to prarabdha and what you want to do in the prarabdha. See, a steam engine minus the steam is what? Iron. That is the example Gurudev has given over here. ठीक है ना? और दूसरा, आपकी फिजिकल बॉडी क्या है? अगर आप सोचें, without life in the physical body, what is your physical body? Bones, flesh, marrow, skin, filth, and minerals. This is all the physical body. What else is there? And how intelligently you speak, how beautiful you look, you know, how much of knowledge you have. वो सब कहाँ से आया भैया? हाँ? Unless he enlivens you, unless he enlivens your body, your mind, your intellect, you cannot do anything. Just do nothing. So the matter can only express because of the spirit that is inside it. This thing be very, very clear. Very clear. Acha, dusra, he says that I am the father. Now he declares here that I am the father of the universe. Christianity is one religion that always claims my father in heaven. Very nice, very fine, and they claim. But when they say that they're the pioneers in this concept of the Lord as father, that is not true. Geeta is dated way, way, way before Christianity began or Christ came on the earth. Way before it is dated. So here the Lord has clearly said that I am the father of the universe. But we never paid much attention to this father thing because एक चीज ध्यान में रखना, देखो ये जो है ना, it is figuratively correct. He has used it figuratively. The time the father, Prakriti is the mother, this that, वो सब समझ में आ गया. लेकिन according to philosophy, it doesn't hold much water because the dreamer, the mind, and the dream are not separate things, isn't it? So the father, the mother, and the child is the same. I'm talking figuratively now. ठीक है? The creation is his, Prakriti is his, and he himself is. So the only reality is him alone. The only reality that is ever there is just him alone. So all this is expressed in a very poetic, figurative manner, making a picture out of creation, but the creation is nothing else but he himself. Like the entire dream is nothing else but the dreamer himself. I hope it is clear by now that all three things are the same, one and same. इसीलिए हमारे सब महामंत्र ऐसे हैं, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, तत्वमसि, सोहम, है ना? ये महामंत्र हैं, महावाक्य हैं. Okay, now come to the next one. Sattvam rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhavaha निबध्नन्ति महाबाहो देहे देहिनमव्ययम्. Purity, passion, and inertia. These guna qualities, O mighty armed, born of Prakriti, bind fast in the body, the embodied, the indestructible. Yeah, Gurudev used to say this very interestingly. He used to say that you are bound by an invisible rope. You think you are bound, and so you are bound. He used to say that you are a tiger tied by a hair. Now the tiger is a very, very powerful thing, powerful animal. It's a very powerful animal, the tiger. You know, I come from a family where there used to be shoots and all that. My father has told me an example of a tiger jumping over a fence. It was a 6-foot fence. He jumped over a fence, came into a farmer's farm, picked up a buffalo from the hump at the back, and holding the buffalo like that, he jumped over the fence. Can you imagine the strength? Amazing strength. Amazing strength. Took the entire buffalo like that in his mouth and jumped over the fence. Now just think how heavy the buffalo is and the strength of the tiger to lift her up. Now I'm just giving you one example. There are many examples of a tiger's strength. Gurudev says here that you are like a tiger who's tied with a hair which he can't break because he thinks he's tied. है ना? और हम बनते किस चीज से हैं? जीव भाव. We are tied with the jiva bhava, the ahem, and we are tied with our aham, individuality, me, mine. Ramcharitmanas also says, na, मैं और मूर तोरते maya. That means I and mine, you and yours, that is maya. The maya is the bandhan. और माया बांधती किससे? गुणों से. देखो ये जो वर्ड गुण है ना, गुण, तो ये संस्कृत में दिस वर्ड ऑल्सो मीन्स रोप. गुण ऑल्सो मीन्स रोप. देखो गुण, गुणा भाग गणित में भी आता है ना. इट मीन्स एंटरट्वाइनिंग, मिक्सिंग एंड एंटरट्वाइनिंग. एंड रस्सी को देखा है ना आपने, वो 2-3 स्ट्रैंड्स होते हैं, उनको वो ऐसे करके ट्विस्ट करके बट करते हैं, तब वो बनती है. तो रस्सी में भी 3 वो होते हैं जिनको. सिमिलरली गुणास which tie the human being, which limit the human being, which constrict the human activity and mind, is nothing else but like a rope, twisted rope of these 3 qualities. Gunas are tendencies. संस्कृत में गुण के 2-3-4 अर्थ अलग अलग हैं. So gunas are qualities, they are tendencies, they are a rope. Now over here, see, purity, passion, inertia. Purity is sattva, passion is rajas, and inertia is tamasa. These are the 3 moods of the same mind. Okay? These are the 3 moods, the 3 different tendencies of the same mind can be called that. Sometimes we are very pure. We think हम तो बड़े सत्व में हैं. भजन, कीर्तन, ध्यान, oh my God. Sometimes we are into rajas. What is rajas? Exhibitions, malls, shopping, this, that, I want. That is all rajas. Sometimes we are into tamas. Tamas is what? Dullness, alas, laziness, sleep, inactivity, don't want to do anything, don't want to get up. Yeah, getting out of the quilt in the morning. Oh my God. The Delhi winters. Yeah. So here, अच्छा, ये होता है बंधन. This is called the bandhan. Gurudev used to say it is Pashupati Pash. Gurudev ने बताया कि this rope that is tied around you can be called Pashupati Pash. And why it is called Pashupati Pash? Pash means something that ties you. He says you are the Pashu, and Pashupati is Lord Shiva's name. शिवजी का नाम है पशुपति. पशुपति नाथ. तो पशुपति, until you surrender to पशुपति, आपका पाश नष्ट नहीं हो सकता. The pash is created by him, and he is the only one who can destroy it for you or burn it down for you. So then only you can be free. There are other stories in the Bhagavad Puran of Krishna, Yashoda trying to tie Krishna around. You know, he is called Damodarana. Dam means punishment, and Udar means stomach. So he is called Damodar, means punished by his stomach, because Yashoda ji ne was trying to tie a rope around his stomach and tie him to two trees like that, idhar और उधर. ठीक है ना, वो दोनों पेड़ पुराने राक्षस थे. So what he does is that he pulls both the trees together, and both the trees fall, and they are liberated from that uni of tree. So वो अलग बात है. But when she is tying him, you know something very interesting. Every time she tries to tie him, उसमें दो उंगली का फर्क रह जाता है. You know, she is not able to tie him. Every time she rope बड़ा करती हैं, सब करती हैं, but he expands, and every time she tries to tie him, there is a difference of two fingers. So what is the difference? तो वो difference वो होता है कि वो अहम भाव, you know, अहम भाव माया. So he says that जब तक तुम्हारा अहम भाव और माया दूर नहीं होगा, you cannot tie me. तो भगवान किसके बस में आते हैं? He only can be got, or he can only be tied by people with total surrender, like the gopis, total surrender with love, becoming totally his. Only then you can tie the Lord, otherwise you cannot tie the Lord. Acha, then see, now the Gurudev writes that the spiritual beauty of life in us is tied down by inertia, by tamas. It is tied down by tamas. It is through tamas that you are not able to rise, because you are not able to do the spiritual disciplines that enable you to rise. Okay. Now then, Gurudev used to say, what is the sadhana for you to rise? Sadhana is only disciplining the mind. And once you discipline the mind, thought by thought, your mind gets disciplined. If your mind is disciplined, then your actions get disciplined. And then only you can rise in life. Okay? Sorry. Now, another thing is that Maya, once it goes, it can leave no sign that it was there, because it was never there. Gurudev gives example of the ghost and the post. Once the ghost, you realize that this is just a post. You throw light at night on a post. The ghost vanishes. You were seeing the ghost, but the ghost vanishes. Only the post remains. After that, can you even see a trace of the ghost? Can you say that, no, I see only his crooked smile, the rest of him has vanished? No, no, you can't say that. You either see the ghost or you see the post. As there is no way, when a person wakes up from this Maya Jal, that he will still continue to see Maya. Not possible, not possible. Because the very word Maya means that which does not exist. Did the ghost ever exist? It never existed, never was there. Mirage waters, when you see, do they exist? No, they never exist. They were never there. You only saw them. तो आप कैसे कह सकते हैं कि नहीं नहीं मैंने जब पास आया तो मैंने देखा नहीं ये तो सैंड है, पर पानी भी था वहां पर. नो 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 नो, you can't say that the mirage waters left, but the little water was still left there. Not at all, not a drop will be there. The sand will be as dry as ever it was. So, similarly, when you wake up from a horrid dream, nothing of the dream remains ever at all over there. So, Gurudev used to say that the sorrows of your mind are self generated. That is the Maya. You are the manufacturer of your sorrows. Gurudev, of course, always called it a home industry. He used to say कि उसमें कोई लगता ही नहीं. There is no investment. You don't have to buy land. You don't have to construct anything. You don't have to put in money. So बैठे बैठे क्या? Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. Oh, someone was bad to me. Oh, someone was rude to me. Oh, someone said this. Someone said that. How bad it is. My life is hell. My life is total hell. Though everything the Lord has given you, beautiful home, beautiful family, lovely food to eat, you don't have to worry about your food or anything. You don't have to worry about clothes or cold, winter, heat. Nothing you have to worry about. And yet you say, my life is hell. I know many people who are like this. I'm not saying it just like that. They have everything possible in the world, yet they are unhappy. So, where does the unhappiness come from? Batao zara. Gunas, tendencies, their own tendencies, their own desires create that hell for them. ठीक है? There's this little story where this man did a lot of good deeds. So he was asked that, do you want to go to hell or do you want to go to heaven? He said, I want to go to heaven. Okay, he was sent to heaven. And they said that, okay, so what happens in heaven? He said, in heaven you get everything what you want. So whatever you desire will be there. So he said, wow, that's a great thing to happen. So then he desired a very beautiful house. The house came. Then he desired the best possible food cooked anywhere in the world. It came. Then he desired the most expensive diamond in the world. The diamond came. So, like that, I can't go on listing, but whatever he desired, wherever he desired, it all started coming in. Hmm? And then he got fed up of the desires also. And he said, I am sick of all this. All these things that came, I have no interest in them anymore. I am fed up of all these things. So he went to the caretaker of heaven and he said, listen, sir, I think I would like to go to hell. I have tasted heaven enough and I would like to go to hell. So he said, is that what your desire? He said, yes. So the caretaker said, and where do you think you are? Think about it. That these desires that I am fed up of heaven and I want to go to hell now is also a desire. And if that desire is not met, where is he? In hell. So the caretaker tells him that where do you think you are? If you are going on desiring, you are in hell. So be careful, be very, very careful. All the desires, even a little bit of desire, will make your life uncomfortable, will make your mind restless, will bring agitations into your mind. Hmm? Flow with the Lord's creation. Flow with the Lord's creation. Huh? This now the rest of the chapter is only going to more and more clearly enumerate the behavior of the mind. It is going to more and more tell you what the mind is like and why it behaves the way it behaves. So watch your mind. The only sadhana really worth doing is watch your mind, be aware of your mind, be conscious of your mind. Don't allow negative thoughts to churn your mind and make you unhappy. It is only thoughts that can make you unhappy, nothing else. How you look at the thing. देखो, एक तो होता है दृश्य और एक होता है दृष्टा. ठीक है ना? नाउ दृश्य कुछ भी हो, दृष्टा उसको जैसे देखता है, द दृश्य बिकम्स दैट. इसको ध्यान से सुनो, वो जो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. नो मैटर व्हाट इट इज, if you see it as a blessing, it becomes a blessing for you. If you see it as a curse, it starts hurting you as a curse. ये आपकी मान्यता है कि वो क्या है. At least have that faith that the Lord is my Father. He will do the best for me. He will do the best for me, and I believe that. A child who is holding his mother's finger and walking, does he ever doubt his mother? That the mother will do something which is not good for him? She will never. The mother will always do good for the child, and the child believes it fully. That is why the child is happy all the time. Chalo. So that much for today, and next time we do next verse. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.